So now that we have clean URLs, I'm now going to connect my checkout to my PayPal Sandbox account. So if you log into your developer.paypal account from week 2 and go to your Sandbox accounts, you can use any of these. I can go ahead and log in for this one, but what I want to do is make sure that this guy, KDC Core Plus 355, that's the account that I run with as far as connecting our OpenCart install for that. So it's KDC Core Plus 35 at Gmail. And I can go ahead and click on this, and let me see here. We can edit the account, so let's go ahead and view it. And these are the account details, and it's all ready to go. Now I can log in. I'm going to go into sandbox.paypal.com, and since it's KDC Core Plus 355, I'm going to add this one, and I'm going to do my password, which I think is going to work. Let me try it. And we should be a go. So once you have your Sandbox up and your developer account up, this is what I was using earlier in this semester. That's why I want to be consistent with it. And look at how much fake money I have. Yay. All right, so next step is we've got this admin and my tokens right at the top here. That's that token. But what I want to do is to go into my extensions. I'm going to go into my extensions in the submenu, and I'm going to go for payments. And I want to discuss briefly what there is. There's all these options, plenty of them. But if we go down to PayPal, there's a couple. This top one is PayPal powered by Braintree, which is just an API that a lot of developers use. For standard, I think this is probably the easiest thing to do right now. And what you would do is, if you haven't done this yet, you click the green button to install it. And then when I click the edit, once it's installed, we're good to go. So in this case, the email is going to be KDC Core Plus 355, excuse me, that's plus 355 at gmail.com. And then I'm going to have my Sandbox. And I can keep debug mode on for now and just roll with this, okay? So this is standard, and what I'm going to do is go to my dashboard real quick and refresh everything. And what I'm hoping is that because that is now enabled, it will have the option for my value. So I have nothing in my cart right now. Let's go ahead and buy a monitor component. I'm going to add a monitor, and we'll add a $200 monitor to the cart, and I'll go ahead and try to check out. So I'm going to do guest checkout, and I'll just pre-populate all this stuff. Now notice the not secure at the top. That's because of my own SSL. So I can do that, and that would change. Now notice the root is a little bit messed up when I do that. So we're going to keep it here because that's what our htaccess is about. It's keeping the HTTP. So for now, I'm going to do that, but we'll fix it after at some point and keep it so that HTTPS is inside the htaccess document. And that can be a real source of frustration for you students if you're not familiar with htaccess. But just hit me up, let me know. I can work with you on that and help you out. So like this is the delivery method. Everything's here. And we'll do payment method now. So this looks good. We'll click continue so we can move forward. Here's the payment method. And I don't see PayPal there, so I'm going to have to pause it and do some troubleshooting. I've gone ahead and gone to paypal.com and found out that I need to do a couple more things. I added the PayPal standard. Sandbox is at no, but mine's at yes, which is fine. This transaction method and status needs to change. So I'm going to go back into my dashboard. We'll go into the extensions and just make sure that we do this. So select payments for payment standard. Everything that I did was correct. We just have to be a little more thorough. So just be ready for that. A lot of what we do now in web is just reading and paying attention. So this is the PayPal standard. Nothing else is enabled here. Oh, look, it never got enabled. So I'm going to go ahead and enable it. That's why it was off. See, it says debug mode. Status is enabled. That's what has to happen. And let's just make sure that I do everything else right. So status is enabled, transaction method. Let's check out that real quick. So transaction method means authorization. That's perfect, or sale. Let's do authorization. Or let's do sale. Sale will be good. But my problem was that I did not have the entire thing enabled, which is quite silly of me, but that's okay. Now we're going to go back to dashboard. We're going to click save. Now we're going to click refresh and get everything else refreshed. And now I can go ahead and click checkout, and hopefully everything works. So I'm going to go to the payment method. You see it's not even live yet, but what's good is it kept everything in memory. So flat rate, $5, perfect. Now we have PayPal. Thank you very much. And hopefully, when I agree to terms, I go to hit this. The payment gateway is in sandbox mode. You will not be charged, which is exactly what I want. And now I can click confirm order. And let's see if the Samsung SyncMaster gets carried over to Sandbox PayPal. And it looks like it has, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and pay with a debit or credit card without logging in. And that's a big part of what we need to do here. So again, we're at Sandbox. And I can go get a fake credit card real quick and run through it. But here we go. And we'll just do this MasterCard. So we're in the, here it is right here. So here's our card number, 1223 195. I'll go ahead and pay. No thanks. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get this done. And 619 555 212. Pay now. And again, it says Chris Secor's test score. So that form on checkout works fine. And the best part about this is I should see the money right away because it was a sale, not an authorization. There we go. So I'm going to click not now, and looks like we're good. And now I can go back to this, and hopefully some money came in. All right, we'll do plus 355, and then my password again. And let's hope that the money came in, and my instant payment notification should be set off as well. And that's, see here, this just came in. It's on hold, and once the order gets filled, that would be turned on. So there we go. So as far as the payment on hold, pending, it's just waiting to process. But the good news is that see the sender of the payment is not verified. The good news is that it's completely functional and pretty stress-free for you guys. Anyway, that's part 2 of the homework for week 7.